This is the piece of beach I've just used to collect firewood from. It's been here quite a while, so I'm hoping it's really dry. I've left this Y formation of the branches so I can easily spot it next time I need to get some firewood, so I can actually take down the rest of it then. But next to it is a really interesting fungi. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's maybe it's something that's getting going, just started, and it will form into something that I can identify, but at the moment I don't know what it is. It's quite odd. Let me go the other way. Let's get that in focus. Yeah, very strange. Have to look that up when I get home. So fungus season's going to be here soon. The beechwood's looking pretty with the sunshine on it. It's really nice. There are quite a lot of deer scrapes around. There are deer, and I did hear them the other morning, but I haven't seen any lately, but I'm sure they're about. Lots of scrapes though. I've got some of this nice sycamore that the local tree surgeons were chopping branches off our trees just outside my flat. So I nicked a few of his logs and been chopping them up and brought them up, because I'll see how well this burns. It should be really dry, but we'll see. Oh. My aim is off today. Yeah, that's burned dry. That's really dry. It's a very knotty piece, this. Oh, that's not too bad. Cool. I mean, not particularly strong. This mattock does work. It's heavy, so you just only have to lift it very lightly. Yeah, that's okay. This camp seems to get bigger and bigger. I seem to bring more and more stuff up every time I come. It's not supposed to rain today, but I put the extended tarp on. Remember to bring a bit of gaffer tape this time to actually plug that hole up with as well. But yeah, got me wood ready and my fire ready to go, so I think it's time to get some coffee. That's a nice big pile of firewood. If I don't use it all up tonight, at least it's there ready. I just keep it in plastic bags and store it, so keep it dry. always have in my pack is I've just got a little bag of rubber gloves. Just you never know when you need them for sort of medical emergencies and stuff like that. They're just handy to have. I've got them in my first aid kit as well, but I do just always bring them. And always a nail brush. Oops, always a nail brush. Don't like filthy hands. I picked up one of these Mora knives just to see what they were like. I hear people rave about them all the time. You know, for a very, very cheap knife. I mean, it was a cheap knife. It was, what, £10? So, reasonably cheap, yeah. So I'm going to play with it this weekend. Really don't like the shoes. But if it's tipping it down with rain, I suppose it's quite a useful little knife to have. Just as a little backup. I might leave it up here. But no, maybe not, I don't know. And just wrap some gaffer around it so I can use a bit of this to patch up my extended top. Right, coffee. I've worn myself out already. It's that thing I always do, is when I come to the wood, I always go and get the firewood and everything else first of all, do all the really hard work. So now it's time to sit down and have a coffee and maybe some breakfast. I don't know what time it's about 3 in the afternoon. I should probably eat something. Right, so I've just worn myself out cutting loads of wood, so there's tons there now if I need it. And probably for the next time I come. I was hoping on doing 2 nights again, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I can. It's a funny day, it's cloudy and sunny and a bit windy, but it feels really humid. It's quite hard work chopping and sawing wood. But yeah, it's not supposed to rain, but I put the extended tarp up just in case. It just gives me more space anyway. It's quite nice. I've got my little den back there with the bed and stuff. I've got quite a lot of stuff up here. I'm sort of leaving a few more bits and pieces here each time, like a little table and things. But it's all quite cheap stuff. If it gets nicked, it gets nicked. It's one of those things. You obviously need it more than I do. So. But yeah, it's nice. The sun's coming out really brightly now. Oh, it's quite quiet. I hope it doesn't get too windy. One thing I don't like is wind. We'll see what happens. Right, breakfast at 4 in the afternoon. So I've got, now let me see that, malt loaf with butter on. I am starving, so I'm going to have this with coffee. And the Mora is actually quite good as just a kitchen knife because it's got a slightly thinner blade. It's quite useful for that. Maybe that's what I'll use it for. Don't know. Malt loaf and coffee. I haven't had this in such a long time. I know I shouldn't really be doing this on my knee, but I can hear the aeroplanes, but I can also hear the red kites. Alright, it's just gonna go. those bigger logs at the bottom, the ones I cut today, in the hope that they'll dry out a bit and catch. So I'll let this burn down and see what happens. Come on. Just a bit worried this wood might be a tiny bit damp. We'll see, I'm sure I'll get going. Yeah, I think so. Be a bit patient with it. There's all sorts of bits and pieces in there, some punky wood as well, so I don't know how this will burn actually. I'll start spitting like crazy in a minute. My usual little fire lighting kit with my little tiny knife. I seem to carry a lot of knives with me. I've got 3 with me today. Oh. Yeah, very odd looking things. I don't know why I bought these, but smoked frankfurters, I'm sure they're going to be nice. Just warmed up a bit on the fire. Oh, stop blowing. Oh, that's too much. Too much wind. What I always bring with me when I'm camping is my little DAB radio. It's a funny little radio, and I've got hold of this funny little speaker. I've had these years. It must have been 10-15 years. They're great. I think this was one of the first portable DAB radios. And then I've just got this tiny little speaker, which is just dead handy. And it
reach out and ask for help.
A bit of radio for all when you're having your dinner, just to keep you company.
It's
quite nice.
that we all sit in to kind of be.
I think this is going to be quite an interesting dinner. Looks very German. That's what happens when you go to Lidl. I couldn't resist, I had to try a little bit of one of these sausages. They're actually quite nice. It just feels like a very German dinner. Sausages in a swodge of bread. I'm using another one of these hob covers as a plate. Again, Pete Mind Wiseman idea. Really useful. It's only the small one, but it's perfect for sausage and a bit of bread. I should have brought some mustard. That was stupid of me. Anyway, I'm going to put these on the top again, just to stay warm. Probably won't eat them all, but they're fine there like that. And ooh, have that one, I think. Alright, a sausage sandwich. Funny dinner. Ooh, okay, that dinner wasn't bad actually. Bit of an odd one, but couldn't eat them all, so I've used some of my tinfoil from my fire to, I think that'll be breakfast tomorrow. Right, this Mora knife, great for cooking and eating and stuff, because you can obviously wash it, wash the handle, etc. So I think I'm going to use it as my cooking knife. I mean, it was alright for wood and stuff, but it wasn't brilliant. Yeah, it's okay. So I've got a nice little cooking knife, that's good. Something I brought sorry, something I brought up today, a pair of deck shoes. After you've been running around all day and finished and sat down for the night, just get the boots off in a pair of comfortable shoes. So I'm going to leave these up here in my box, I think. That'd be great. And the sleeping bag I'm using tonight is the one I've been using all year, which was the one that Paul gave me at the Preppers meet. Not this year, last year. It's the British Army Arctic one. I love it. It's just brilliant. I mean, it is too hot for this time of year, really, but you just unzip it. But what's nice about it, it's just so comfortable. It's so, you know, soft and fluffy and nice. And I really like this bag, so I'm going to say thank you to Paul again. I've used it every time I've been out, because don't worry about it, you know, not like a down bag where you've got to take it out of the bag and put it in, you know, to air out and fluff up. This is just always in my car now, so thank you again. I've just used it constantly. It's been brilliant. Okay, I must admit I do like this little barbecue bucket. It's working out really well. It's a nice size fire, not too big, not too small. The bit of tin foil at the back does reflect the heat back. I'll show you that in a minute. Quick waft with one of those if you've got any trouble getting going, and it will start up. So yeah, no, I'm liking it. You just turn this camera around and I'll show you. Oops. It's a bit smoky at the minute, but the wind's dropped, which is great. Just having that little bit of tin foil at the back is reflecting quite a bit of heat. It's quite a good little. You can feel it reflect off. You can feel it come into the shelter, so that's nice. So I might try and make that a bit more professional looking, other than just shoving a sheet at the back like that. But yeah, it does work. It's nice. Right, I'm gonna chill out now and just sit, maybe listen to a bit of radio. It's about 8:15. It's not as dark as the last time I was here because there's no rain and that wind's died down, which is nice. So yeah, just chill out for a bit. So the nice thing about this is you can leave that on or take it off, and put these sycamores on, see what happens. I imagine these will burn really well because they should be so dry. They've been sitting at my balcony all year, so we'll see. Get a bit of a fire going and see what happens. Don't really need to put this. There's this grill tray that goes in there, but I don't really think I need it. But I'll leave it on for now. You never know, I might want to put something on there later. Yeah, good little barbecue that's working out quite nicely, very cheap from Morrison's. It's a good time of year now to sort of see if there's anything left after the summer, see if there's any deals going, you know, old barbecues that they didn't sell over the summer, or any bits and pieces of camping gear, but don't think I need very much more actually, but we'll see. I'll just give this a waft with the old cutting board. Oops. And make sure that tin foil stays at the back. Yeah, that's gonna go, it'll be fine. These cutting boards are great. They're perfect size for wafting fires. I think that was Poundland as well. Oh well.